I'm sure have a special interest in it because this island is a lot bigger than yours, and it's not as pretty. And I don't see anyone going there on vacations. And I'm sure you'd love to see that go away. Number 11 in our top, in the short list, Kapanatsi. These guys, what I'm going to do since we're running up to the end of the time, I want to talk about open sourcing for a second. I'm just going to flip through these really quick. This is a solid state system, 100 kilowatt third-party testing video shown on YouTube. They had problems with one of the people they were talking with, one of the business partners, and so that one is going to be in dicey waters for a while. Here's this Timothy Thrapp's technology. Again, we can get this PowerPoint from off our website. Spend some time at pezwiki.com. These guys are going to be coming forward. I have confidence in them. Magnetic Power Inc. in Sebastopol, California. Solid state systems for powering stuff. Blacklight Power, we talked about them. RemGen is one that they don't want me talking about them right now. People are wondering why I still talk about ParenDev. This one's very controversial. It's made a lot of promises, taken a lot of money, and it's slow in delivering product. I actually traveled to Johannesburg to see this one when I first got involved in this stuff, kind of what got me launched. Mike Brady's a neat guy. I wish he would have other people running his company because he's one of those people who thinks that because he's smart inventing, he can also be smart running a company. But I wish them the best. He's got a 300 kilowatt, that's about 100 times what you need to run a house, generator, supposedly electromagnetic system that would be fairly affordable, that would be continuous output, using the magnetic motor technology he started out with. Really quick, maybe one of you in here has a technology up your sleeve that you want to get moving forward. That's outside the box. Let us know about it if you feel comfortable, and we can. If you don't want it published on the web, we can get some of our network involved on the quiet, or if you want to open source it, that's what we started our company to do, is to help people put it out. We'll talk about open sourcing right now. The ideal, see these technologies, what happens is there's so many roadblocks, so many things that you have to do to take something from prototype stage to bring it into market. It's just an overwhelming process, even for normal technologies. And when you start adding the exotic component to it, it's just, I like to use the sperm and egg analogy. It's not just one sperm that fertilizes the egg. There's tons of sperm that have tried, and they break down the barrier around the perimeter of the egg until finally one's able to get in, and then once one gets in, then the thing's fertilized and the process goes on. All of these technologies that have tried to make it to market, I can't help but think that they help break down the mental barriers that we have to free energy. And eventually, one of these is going to get the attention of the planet, and then it's going to be downhill from there. It's going to be easy sailing. And I can't help but think that that's going to, that we're, the head's emerging from the birthing canal, in the analogy of childbirth, that this baby's about to be born. Could be this year. I would hope it'd be this month. It could be tomorrow. We've got a guy with a magnet motor technology that is super simple, and if that thing really works, that's just what we've been looking for. The ideal open source project, it works, it's been validated, it's easy to replicate, it's inexpensive, it's not encumbered by IP, you don't have some patent somewhere that's going to tie people up, and it's sexy, people, it gets people's imagination going. When we find one of those, the world will be a different place, because now not only can you build something that works, but it's actually, going to start, people will just go crazy over this, doing all the different applications, doing all the different sizes and shapes, And if you change this out for that, then you get twice the power output. I found in Australia, if you use, we get this part, replace this part for that one. Over in Austria, we use, the open source is the way to go with this stuff, just to accelerate the development, accelerate the expansion. And if you had a technology that you could actually power a house with, and you open source it, it's not going to take 50 years to reach market penetration like the television. It could take maybe 2 or 3 years, and everyone could build one of their own. And the world doesn't have to go into meltdown, because we've got the hope that we've got a way to dig ourselves out. We're not dependent on the power grid anymore. We can build our own power devices. Just imagine the hope that that would give people. So, man, I hope something like this comes forward soon. I want to mention a book, Breakthrough Power, by Gene Manning and Joel Garvin, associates of mine in the New Energy Congress. It's on the shelf back there on our table, and it's about $20. And what it does is it's a presentation of these kinds of breakthrough technologies. There's not a lot of overlap in what's in their book with what we talked about in today's presentation, but the general idea is the same. Here are technologies that have working prototypes, that have, here's the story behind them, and for some reason or another, they haven't made it to market yet. And to basically get your imagination going on what's available out there and get you excited about what the possibilities are. Even if when I read the book, here I am, Mr. Free Energy News, and I found myself getting all kinds of new information about what's out there, what's available, what the possibilities are. So I highly recommend this book as the book to get yourself and others excited about the free energy possibilities and motivated to go to the politicians and help break the log jams down, all the different obstacles that stand in the way of these technologies moving forward. The law of attraction, you build it, they will come. We've got a website, Free Energy News. People send me cool stories. I post them. It helps perpetuate the cycle of creativity and ingenuity. It's a fun process. I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our freeenergynews.com newsletter and visit us every day or every week, whatever your level of interest is. I think you'll find all those stories interesting that we do them in a really tight bullet format, title, description, little picture to go along with it. And it'll take you a few seconds each day just to see what's going on. Maybe something will capture your interest, forward it on to a friend. Help us propagate the message of free energy. I want to thank you for listening to the presentation. Here are some of the websites that you can go to get more information. Our PezWiki.com website is the Wikipedia of free energy. It is publicly editable, so you can go in and you can make changes, correct the spelling error, add something that if you know of a technology, you can create a feature page. We'll link to it in our news, help you clean it up, maybe do some editing. If you see something needs, some error, you can fix it. FreeEnergyNews.com used to be a separate website, now forwards to PezWiki. We have our news page there now. PESN.com is some stories that we publish, 2 or 3 a week. Then New Energy Congress. And then here's my email address, phone number, sterlingda@PureEnergySystems.com. And we're out of time, so I won't take your questions unless you want to talk to me afterwards. And again, we do have books back there. I'm not going to be sitting back there very often, but I'm going to leave the books out there. If you want a book, take it. I've got some instructions back there of how you can get the money to me, whether it's through a PayPal account or send me a check or send Gene Manning a check. I'll trust you, and I didn't get her permission to do this, but I trust you guys. This is a good audience. And so I hope that we don't have to take any books home. There's 20 over there, and there's a lot of you in here, so hopefully there'll be at least 20 of you who get one of those. And if they run out, you can always get them online. Thank you very much.
Once again, to make a donation to Sterling, go to his website.
Thank you. in dicey waters for a while. Here's this Timothy Thrapp's technology. Again, we can get this PowerPoint from off our website. Spend some time at pezwiki.com. These guys are going to be coming forward. I have confidence in them. Magnetic Power Inc. in Sebastopol, California. Solid-state systems for powering stuff. Number 11 in our top, in the short list, Capanazzi. These guys, what I'm going to do, since we're running up to the end of the time, I want to talk about open sourcing for a second. I'm just going to flip through these really quick. This is a solid-state system. Blacklight Power, we talked about them. RemGen is one that they don't want me talking about them right now. People are wondering why I still talk about Parendev. This one's very controversial. It's made a lot of promises, taken a lot of money, and it's slow in delivering product. I actually traveled to Johannesburg. 100 kilowatt third-party testing video shown on YouTube. They had problems with one of the people they were talking with, one of the business partners, and so that one is going to be, I'm sure, have a special interest in it because this island is a lot bigger than yours, and it's not as pretty. And I don't see anyone going there on vacations. And I'm sure you'd love to see that go away.